Paul over at the Heavy Spoilers revealed that from what he's heard, Balder the Brave was planned to appear in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, played by Daniel Craig. However, due to scheduling conflicts, it was never filmed. Craig was originally supposed to be Balder the Brave, who was part of the Illuminati, and he was talked into killing himself by Wanda. He couldn't shoot the scenes though, and in the reshoots, they replaced him with John Krasinski's Mr. Fantastic. Now, whether Daniel Craig had really been cast as Balder doesn't matter as much as the fact that Balder was supposed to appear, and is probably why one of the Illuminati's chairs was empty. We know for a fact that Balder was planned, as he was one of the main characters that everyone mentioned alongside the members of the Illuminati that we actually got. And while initially it was believed that that was the character who Bruce Campbell would be playing, that was debunked, and as we know, he instead played Pizza Papa. So it's interesting how the team initially had an Asgardian as a member, cause that's quite different from the comics. Although the only comic accurate members were Doctor Strange, Professor X, Black Bolt, and Mr. Fantastic. In the comics, neither Captain Carter nor Captain Marvel were members of the team. Initially, when Iron Man proposed the team, he brought together the characters I mentioned, as well as Namor the Submariner and Black Panther, although T'Challa refused to join. At one point, Captain America, as well as other characters like the Hulk, Beast, and Yellow Jacket did join the team, but that's really it. Anyways, if Daniel Craig didn't film the role because of scheduling conflicts, it means that he was at the very least interested, which means we could see him appear in the MCU relatively soon. I don't think that he'll appear in Thor: Love and Thunder, although with that movie being centered around gods, it's definitely possible, especially if they were able to get him to come for a few days while the movie was doing reshoot. Or, we know that a Jane Foster Mighty Thor solo project is coming, so he could possibly appear there as well. Two other characters that didn't make it into the movie, but fans were really hoping to see, were Tom Cruise's Iron Man and Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool. Unfortunately, while it seemed like Iron Man was gonna appear, or maybe that they even cut him at the last second for whatever reason, it was revealed by Loki and Doctor Strange 2's head writer, Michael Waldron, that Tom Cruise as Iron Man appearing in the film was totally made up. I mean, there's no cut footage of Tom Cruise, but I love Tom Cruise, and I said to Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige at one point, I was like, could we get Tom Cruise as Iron Man? I remember reading about that in Ain't It Cool News back in the day, that Tom Cruise was gonna be Iron Man. And some of you may know that Marvel Studios wanted Tom Cruise as Iron Man initially, but that the actor didn't think the movie would work out and turned down the role. So while I may have gotten a bit fixated on the character and blown it a bit out of proportion, because as you all know, I love Iron Man, scenes with the actor were never filmed. But there was at least talks of it between the writers and Kevin Feige. And so who knows, maybe just like with Daniel Craig, we'll see Tom Cruise play the character in something later on down the road. Waldron also talked about Deadpool, saying I think we talked about everything in this movie, so it would have been crazy to not raise that, but ultimately, it didn't feel like the right place. Now I don't know if I necessarily agree with this. While the post-credit scene rumors of Deadpool and friends crossing over to the MCU from Fox's universe because the Illuminati stronghold was left open and unattended after Wanda killed everyone was clearly fake, I don't really see anywhere else in all of the upcoming rumored or announced projects other than maybe Secret Wars, which would make sense for Deadpool to return. Unless Deadpool 3 is a reboot. But then again, fans would freak out, and if that's the case, then why even call it Deadpool 3, right? Anyways, let me know what you guys think about all this. Would you like to see Daniel Craig as Balder the Brave and Tom Cruise as Iron Man in the MCU? And which upcoming project do you think would make sense for Deadpool to appear in? If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you will never miss another video. Thanks for watching, and remember to wash your hands and stay safe.